So today we're going to do a tutorial for our history detective program. We're going to go through subscriptions, how to purchase one, and we're going to do a tour of one of the boxes as well. So the first thing you're going to do is go to our website, which is www.parkhousemuseum.com. Once you enter that in, it will bring you to our home page. If you look across the top, you'll see home, about us, visit us, online programs, teachers and educators, virtual exhibit, employment and volunteer, and then down at more we have our donor benefits and our blogger. The section that you want is online programs. And that will bring you to our history detective landing page. You can access all 10 boxes from this page. If we add more throughout the year, they will be placed on this page and you'll be able to access those as well. So if you purchase your subscription today for the $25, that is an annual fee. If we do add more boxes throughout the year, yes, you will have access to those boxes as well as any updates within the current 10 boxes that are there. So next you're going to go to Purchase Subscription, which will take you to our Square site. And currently on our Square site, we just have memberships and the History Detective Program. At some point in the future, we'd like to add the tinware, but just for now, it's memberships and the Detective Program. If you look here, it says Artefact Box 1. Yes, it does include all 10 boxes. That's just the photo. So you'll select this one, add to cart, and then proceed to checkout. And from there, you'll get a password. If the password doesn't come through with technical issues or whichever, just call the museum. We'll give you the password at that time. So now you're back to our History Detective landing page. There is a lot of writing here, which is why we decided to do the tutorial. I'm a visual learner myself, so I would prefer to watch a video than read everything. So the first thing we're going to do is click on Artefact Box 1. Now again, whichever box you want to go through, that's the photograph you would click on. Okay. Every single time you open up a box, it's going to ask you for a password and for your email every single time. If you close it out and open it up, it's what it's going to do at this point. So we'll put that in there, and then just for the purposes of the tutorial, this is not the password, but let's make it easy for today. Submit. So once you've submitted the correct password, it's going to bring you to this page. It says Password History Detective Box 1. Thank you for participating, and it will give you a link to a Google Doc. So once you've clicked on the link, it will bring you to the Artefact Box landing page. In each Artefact Box, the introduction is set up the same. And the reason we did that is so you don't have to go through the boxes in sequence. If you want to start on box 1 and go through 10, that's the idea. But if you want to start on box 6, you can start on box 6. If you're a teacher in a classroom and you have your students put into different groups that are working on different boxes, that introduction is there to help support them and answer questions that they may have. So as you go through, we see content awareness. This box contains themes of World War I, firefighting, and death. This is just content awareness. It doesn't mean that the entire box is filled, say, with death or World War I. It just means that you're going to come across these themes, and we don't want anyone to be caught off guard. So as you go through, it says, welcome to your Discovery Box, and your box may include a combination of the following items. So we have census records, letters, newspaper articles, personal items from the archives, videos, and there's audio as well. And we have a variety of primary and secondary sources. So right here it says your adventure. Again, this is a self-guided adventure. Your experience is really going to be based on how much effort you put into it. If you want to just look at this, go through it in 20 minutes, that's what you're going to get out of it. If you want to spend time and go over it thoroughly over a couple of days, again, that's up to you. This is really, again, just a self-guided adventure. So for people who don't have any experience with history, we have this here. There's application, inquiry, understanding in context, and reflection. I know sometimes you think history is just remembering dates and names, and that's not the case. This is more about promoting critical thinking, but in a fun way. So again, it's written right here. History is more than remembering dates, and it explains that. Again, primary sources, secondary sources, author bias, and using multiple resources. And I think this is a great program for kids. I shouldn't even say kids. I'd say youth and teenagers. It's one of those underlying skills, especially with social media. Everything we see is right out there on the screen and the tablets. And this is kind of just to help them question what they're seeing. Let's look at different sources. Just because it's written, it doesn't mean it's correct. So let's evaluate what we're seeing, right? So again, back to the main purpose of this box is understanding the historical narrative and why it's important. So each narrative or each person in this box is a real person. You're going to go through the evidence presented to you. You're going to look at the artifacts, you're going to look at the newspaper articles, and you're going to build that narrative. Who was this person? So again, we're talking about awareness, accountability, and progress. Let's discuss and analyze this together. So we have these questions here. They're a guide. Do you have to answer every single one? No. But they're here just to help you along. You get into the box, be like, what am I supposed to be doing with this? You can refer to this, and we have a worksheet as well. So right here, do you have any questions so far? We have our contact information. If you're going through the box and you need assistance with it, if you've gone through all the boxes and you want to talk about the historical narrative, or you want to talk about the process, we're here. Give us a call, shoot us an email. We love to talk about history, and we're here to help you through this. Okay, so activity, again, this explains the activity. You don't need to go outside of the box for more information. Everything is included. If you want to do more research, go ahead, but you don't have to. So again, we're just reinforcing that idea of application, inquiry, understanding context, and reflection. So if you click on that paper and pen, it's going to bring you to this worksheet. Of course, it's going to be in the presentation mode, not in the work mode. And this is just here to help guide you if you want to write down who you think the person is, the gender, occupation, and then as you go through the artifacts, you can list down or list the description if you think it's primary, secondary source, material, etc. Do you have to use that worksheet? Absolutely not, but it's there for you. So now we're getting into the artifacts. So again, you're analyzing the pictures. What might this be? What's it made of? Oh, look, it's a photograph. Who could this be? Is this the person in the box? So when you get to this here, we do have embedded links within the Discovery Box. So this one in particular will reroute you to the National Archives of Canada, and you can view the person's attestation paper. So here it is. And you'll be able to find out a little bit more about the person here. So we see a name, Russell Fox. Is this Russell Fox? We don't know yet. So as we keep going through, oh, here we go. An article from the Amherstburg Echo. And we see Russell Fox again. So it would be a good guess to possibly write down the name Russell Fox. So we have some more artifacts as we go through. What could this be? Maybe it's barbed wire. Here's another embedded link. It's going to tell you it will be rerouted to National Archives. And then this is a census record. So as you go through, you have the basis of a name as you read through them, and then we see Fox right here. And we see Russell. So we have his parents and his siblings as well. Okay, so now you know that Russell had 1, 2, 3, 4 siblings himself plus his parents. we're starting to build this character narrative. And right here, by clicking on the image, you'll be rerouted to read a letter written by Russell to his mother. So as you click on the image, you'll be brought to another screen and you can read the letter. So each box has a selection of videos in it. You don't have to watch them all. Some can be very long. Some are included just for extra information. But right here we see firefighting and the horse-drawn era. And then the student, or you could go back and say, why would we include firefighting? And if you look at the attestation paper, you see Trader Calling, he was a fireman. And then here you can learn a little bit about firefighting during the time that Russell was a firefighter. So next one, dead ball era baseball. Well, we could potentially guess that if this is included, maybe Russell liked baseball. Why the Battle of Vimy Ridge matters. Again, this video is included. If you go back to the attestation paper and go through it, you'll find out that he was at Vimy Ridge. I kept this page in here to show you what a technical issue may look like. We do check the boxes approximately once a month to make sure that the embedded links are working correctly and the videos are working correctly. But if you're working on the box and going through it, and you see something like this come up, call us. Let us know. We'll get right on it and fix it for you. So, Artifact Directory. So just when you think, oh, I don't know what some of these artifacts are, I've gone through all this, can I really make it through the box? We give you the directory. So you can go back and reference item 1.1, it tells you what it is and the location, or its archive location. And again, if you look on the right, you can see that we've used a variety of archives, not just ours. And again, it's to reinforce that idea of multiple resources, checking different sources. So as we go through, there are some funny little videos to reinforce the reason for using multiple resources. I'm not going to show it to you. It'll be a nice little surprise. Oops. So each box contains a Let's Get Active, and it will have a physical activity with it. And again, they're based on the character's narrative. This one is dancing. There might be fishing, knot tying, gardening. Again, there's a variety. They do build on one another. So by the end of all 10 boxes, you may have a new skill that you didn't have before. Tasting history. This is probably one of my favorite parts. Each box has a recipe section. When you click on the photo, it will tell you where to click on the image. It will bring you to another slide with a variety of recipes that date specifically to the era of the person. So if you're looking at someone from 1846, you're going to have recipes from 1846. This person, the era is World War I, you're going to have recipes from World War I. Again, right here we come to the self-reflection. Do you have to do a self-reflection? Absolutely not. We've just included it in there for a more well-rounded experience. This is a separate box. This is box number 4. And I wanted to show you another feature, and that was the voice recordings. Not all boxes have voice recordings. Some of them do. Scroll down.
One day a new pupil arrived, JL, fresh from the land of heather. He came with his sister, carrying her books.
Again, a recap of the Discovery Box in terms of application, inquiry, understanding context, and reflection. So when you get to the second last page, if you click on the individual's name, it will bring you to another Google Doc, and it will give you the biography of the person. So you can see how close you were to discovering who the person was and recreating that narrative for them. And as the boxes go forward, they will relate back to the other characters. So when you read the biography for, say, box number 5, it will tell you how it relates to box 4 and 3 and 2, or whether it does or not. And then right here, feedback. Obviously, we love to hear feedback. That's the only way we can make programs better for our viewers and our visitors. So it's anonymous. If you didn't like something, tell us. That way we can take a look at it and see how it fits into the program or how it doesn't fit. If you loved it, let us know. Another feature of our History Detective program is the Teacher's Program Guide. We understand that teachers are busy, whether it's in classroom or if you're a homeschool, and it basically gives you a master list of everything in one place to kind of help you go through each box in a faster manner than reviewing every single one. So you click on this photo here, it brings you to a new Google document. So in this, you will have a thematic overview and link of the biographies. So we look at here, Russell J. Fox, primary theme, underlying theme, awareness. The activity, the recipe, and then you can click on this embedded link to read the biography. We have the curriculum expectations that relate to the box. We have a artifact master list for each box here, so you can see what's included in the box. In terms of external links, we have all of the links per box embedded right here, so you can click on it and see what it is. In the classroom, the suggestion on how to use the program in a classroom setting. Do you have to use it this way? Absolutely not, but it's just a guide to help you along with planning. Program question suggestions. So we have artifact related questions, character related questions, reflection questions. Follow-up activities in terms of just doing one box at a time, teamwork, or multiple boxes. And of course, we've included the rubric for you, so you don't have to make it up yourself. Again, the great thing with these boxes is the promotion of critical thinking, questioning resources and sources. At any time, if you wanted to do a guided Artefact Discovery Box program, you could call the museum, we could set it up through Zoom, and we could help guide the classroom that way.